Now, let's look at how to handle the input for a program. In a computer system, we have keyboard, mouse, and other input device. We also have monitor or screen, that is the device that you can look at, like this one. It will show the data on the screen. And we have printer, we have speaker. These are the output devices. Then you read the program from the input device, for example, from the hard disk, and then load the program to the memory, and you process it. And after that, you send the information to the output device, like the monitor or printer, to send it out or store it. So right here, show you the logic diagram for the input and output and the relationship with the program. And there might be error message also shown to the screen. And the screen can be the standard output device or standard error device that is used to receive the signal or the message. And the keyboard is the standard input. Usually you use your keyboard and mouse as your major input device. And from a program point of view, you need to have an input stream that takes in the data from the keyboard. That is called the standard input stream. We call it system.in. And also you may have an output stream that sends the data to the screen. That is the standard output. We call it system.out. And the symbol that sent from the standard input can be the scanning code for the keyboard. So you need some interpretation. Then we need a scanner class to convert the input stream from the raw data to the cooked data of several tokens of different types. And the processed data can be printed out by print, printline, and printf functions. These functions will send a string to the screen. Right here, we have an example program. We need to import the scanner class as the token interpretation class. And then we declare an input as the scanner input stream that has the function to interpret the data from the raw data to the formatted data. In this example, we read in a data from the system in and interpret it as double value assigned to radius. And radius is a decimal value, so it is declared as double. And then we use that radius to calculate the area. The area is pi r squared for a circle, and we can get the constant value from math class, math.pi, that is the pi value, and then times radius times radius, that is pi r squared, and then we printed out this information, including some description message to the output device, that is our screen. And then we use the printline function, and printline with the line will change to a new line. And this is one example program. So in this lecture, we introduce the input stream and standard input stream, and we declare input stream handler with scanner input equals new scanner system in as the statement to declare the input stream handler. And then we read an integer in this format. We declare an integer variable a and take the input in the integer format from the input stream. And then we also can read a double value, double w equals input next double. This will take the symbol from the standard input stream and then convert it into the double format. In the previous example, we finished some arithmetic calculation and print out the result to demonstrate the data types in Java. Then we copied the file over. We named it data input. In this lecture, we will be focused on input from the console, provide the user the capability to input their own number for calculation. To do that, first we need to import java.util, that's utility.scanner. Scanner is a module to handle the input stream. We call it scanner because it's like scanning in the input stream. First, we need to declare a scanner class. We call it input. That's a scanner reference type that's pointing to the keyboard input. The system.in is an input string from the system. That's our keyboard that will show up here. And you can put a file controller over here or file handler over here. That's for file input. But right now, let's focus on this. And after that, it should prompt the user to input something. We use print. The print and print line has difference. Print line, after I finish the print, it will change it for a new line, but print will not. And then right here, we don't put file. Let's put input, that's the string controller, and next. That will get the next number, but we should put int for integer. Similarly, we read in the input from next int for b. And then to read in the double value or floating point value, we need to use this next double. And similarly for L. And sorry, I forget the input. So from the input string, I read in two double value for width and length. Then we will read in the data and then print out the data right here. And then I also need to prompt a message for read in B. So let me put it here. And for the width and length as well. Now let's compile it and run it. So it asks for A, let's type 5. And then asks for B, let's type 3. And then it asks for width, let's type 2.53. And then put a space, you can read in the second number, 0.24, and hit return key. We got the same result. But the input is coming from user input, not from the program itself. So right here, we finish the input, processing, and output sequence.